Hi, good morning.
Morning, how are you? I am here on Mr. Adam Ross Gafour.
In custody?
Yes, he's
That
right
him?
here. Yes. Mhm.
Are we going on one or both?
Just one, the state dismissed the criminal trespass, so he's pleading to the theft.
Good morning, Mr. Gafour. Sir, you're charged with two cases. You're charged with theft. You're also charged with criminal trespass. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 20 days on the theft with credit for 8 days that you've already done. Shh. Is this how you understand it?
Understand it's time served. I'll be getting out today.
Correct.
Okay, yes.
What you need to understand that this will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Understand.
The theft can also be used to enhance your punishment at some point to a felony. If you continue to pick up theft cases, at some point they will hit you with a felony and you're looking at years instead of days. Do you understand?
Understand.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, the right to be arraigned, charged, read to open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, it'll go on your record. You can never take it off.
Okay,
Is this what you want to do?
yes.
How do you plead to the offense, sir?
Definitely.
I will find you guilty. I will sentence you to 20 days in jail, give you credit for the 8 days that you've done. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Abandon the hands.
Yes, how are you doing? That's good. I have Mr. Kareem Desalegn,
What's the last name?
Deeleslene. He's, I'm not pronouncing it right.
No, you're close enough. So
Cases of theft and the POM.
come up, Mr. Desalegn, or Desalegn.
How do you pronounce your last name? Desalegn.
I'm not going to play this game with you.
Yes, sir.
You continue to take off. The only reason we have you pick up a new case. It's a third bond that you've gotten. I'm not going to do this again. You pick up a third case or you violate conditions again, I'm going to go bonkers. Do you understand? Can you tell me where the theft was from, Alex, please?
Target. The alleged theft was from Target.
Then we're going to Target. I'm making that a condition of your bond. You're not to have any weapons. We've given you a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Elena. She tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging. I'm telling you, at some point, someone is going to stop honing the money to get you out.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm just no going to any Target, no weapons, and that's it. Just stay in contact with you, and then we're happy.
Sounds perfect.
So, all right, come on, man.
Thank you, sir.
It's proud.
All right. Thank you.
All right, don't leave until you sign our bond conditions.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
states. Yeah. So if you can file, no going to Target, and then no weapons, please. All
No
right,
weapons as well.
please.
Yes.
All right, please.
Thank you. Are you ready?
Got a plea for you, Judge.
Okay.
Yes, I know, so to the judge, I know you honor, I know, yes, you honor.
Good morning, Ms. Torres. Ma'am, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you a deferred adjudication. This is a great deal. You know, if you can complete it successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record, which is really important, you know. But you need to understand that you give up nearly every right known to man by entering into this agreement. And if you complete it successfully, like I said, you don't end up with a conviction, but if you do something to violate this agreement, we issue a warrant for your arrest. Shh. We put you in custody, bring you back out, determine if you violated it. And if you did, you're looking at an entire year in jail. You understand? To complete it successfully, you must do a thinking for a change. You must also do an anger management class. You must also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess further conditions, you must fulfill them. No threatening, harassing, or abusive contact with the Derek Michael Waters and Miss Mendoza. Do you understand? Like I said, if you violate this, we issue a warrant for your arrest, and then you're looking at a lot of time in jail. I'll make you a deal. If you do well, you get all your classes done. If you're nice to everybody, we can perhaps take you off in half the time. You could be done in 6 months if you get everything done quick, and most of all, be nice to everybody. Which thinking for a change did you want?
Whatever the standard one is, that's all the three reports, like for a change, whatever the standard course is.
So I guess just do the smaller one. Yeah. Right. It's a big deal because there's the long thinking for change, which is 4 months, and then there's the smaller one. So we're not asking much. You also understand there's no weapons and you cannot consume alcohol or illegal drugs as well. How old are you, man?
How old are you, Judge?
Hmm?
How old are you,
How
man?
old are you?
19.
19.
Did you
No.
graduate from high school? Did you graduate from high school? Okay.
No, sir, and yes, sir, to the judge.
So what are you going to do with yourself? What are you
Ma'am,
going to do with yourself? Shh. You're 19. You didn't graduate from high school. Where are you going?
Trying to go for it. I've been working right now in a promotion of getting my GED.
I'd like to make that a condition as well. Please. Guys, if you're okay with that.
Yes, Judge, we're okay with that.
That's probably one of the most important things here. You cannot go through life without having your GED. You will make pennies to when anybody else is making $1. It's a proven fact. You have to have at least a high school education. You have to know something in this life. Knowledge is power. Don't rely on a man. That man may never be there in the future for you. And if you don't have a skill, if you don't have a trade, if you don't have a career, you'll be penniless and life sucks without money. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what I'm going to do is within 3 weeks, we want to see that she's signed up for a GED class. I'd like to keep it here, or I'd like to keep it close so that we can like seriously monitor her. I'm going to monitor you myself because I want to make sure that you're at least getting your GED.
Yes,
It's
sir.
extremely important. Do you understand, Ms. Torres?
Yes, sir.
I will waive all your costs for everything that I can. It's never about money. It's about you doing what you say you're going to do and staying out of trouble. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, once you are in with us, that you're signing a contract with us. And I'm going to tell you now, I will hold you to this until you get your GED. And if you start playing with us, you start toying with us, we can amend it, put you in, take you back out until you take us seriously. No dope, no alcohol, get your GED. Do you have any questions? If you ever have a question, if you ever have an issue, all you have to do is tell us. In here, you have to be able to talk with us, tell us what's going on if there's ever a problem. If you just take off and you blow us off, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. You will end up going to jail. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to hold you to this until at a minimum you get your GED. You understand? How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Sorry?
How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? I'm not going to find you guilty. I will withhold that for a year. Get it done, make us proud. Good luck, man.
Thank you. Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Good.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Pretty good. How are you? So, well, the last name was with a V, right? Vessel, right, all right. So Ms. Vessel, you're here for several reasons. It looks like you've picked up two cases with us. You've picked up a criminal mischief, failure to identify oneself as a fugitive from justice. So on that one, you're facing up to a year. On the mischief, you're facing up to 6 months. But you also, it looks like, have a fugitive case. It looks like
For 2 counts of simple robbery.
is that how you understand it? You're wanted out of East Baton
Yes, sir.
Rouge for 2 counts of simple robbery. Are you waiving formal extradition on those 2 cases?
All I know is I want to do the 14-day thing.
Yes, Judge.
Then you must waive.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Now, has she made bond on the new cases or no?
She has not made bond on the criminal mischief and the
So
failure.
here's the kicker. You have not made bond on those cases. So essentially, that 14 days is told, meaning it's put on hold until you either take care of these cases or you make bond on those cases. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So I guess, and are you appointed on those other 2 cases as well? So the lucky thing is that you're in this court with those 2 cases, so perhaps you guys can, but we'll put the waiver in file. So as soon as all that's taken care of, the 14 days will kick in. All right? I'll have him explain it to you.
Okay, so
Just like what I explained earlier, is that these 2 local cases are gonna prevent you from being transported. And until these cases are either resolved or you post bond, they wouldn't be able to transport you because you still have a local.
so I wouldn't be able to get a PR going on these 2 cases?
Even if you get a PR bond on these 2 cases, you would still be stuck in custody on your fugitive case. Unless you posted a bond on your fugitive case as well.
What you mean?
So.
Oh, until the
even-
14
even if-
days
Yeah,
or?
even if.
14 days is just kind of stopped
Right.
until you take care of the 2 new cases.
Okay, meaning,
Once you take care of those 2 new cases, by either 2 ways, you either dispose of it by pleading guilty or you post bond on those cases. If one of those 2 things happen, then the 14 days starts running for East Baton Rouge to come get you.
can't get credit for time served on me during
I'll
this?
talk to the prosecutor.
He'll talk to you about that. I can't talk to you about that now, but he can talk to you about it.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So we need her please to sign.
She can't sign it here. I'll bring it.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. All
Thank you,
right.
Judge.
Good luck, Ms. Vest.
Madam Approach. I have a different case.
Okay.
I have Omar Saeed, and
Oh, where's Mr. Omar
he's
Saeed?
in custody, Judge. I haven't
Okay.
brought out.
I'm surprised we got him today. I didn't think he was gonna be here.
He's back there, Judge.
So he picked up a new case, right?
Yes, Judge. He told me he lives by himself here in Houston. I'm trying to see if we can get a personal bond on him. He does have family here in Houston, his mother, and he has some cousins. He says he has some medical problems,
Please.
including something he described as a brain coma.
A brain coma?
That's what he described. I asked him what that was, and he described it as a brain coma, that
Let's-
sometimes his brain.
Let's talk to him and find out.
Judge does tell the officers that he thought someone was shooting at him and a voice inside his head told him to break the window. And there was it's not a connected AFM, it's a separate AFM. And it was like the mental health diversion program had been offered to him in the form of a PTI. So I do
That
think,
sucks. So does this derail that?
I don't know, Judge. I feel like,
Take your time. There's no rush. Speak with them. Is it still Brad Morris that's over there?
let me see,
I
it
guess-
will input that.
Were you representing him on the first one, right?
Yeah.
So you were gonna do the mental health PTI. Now, I don't know with this new case if that kind of takes it off the table or not.
That's what I was
So-
asking him about. I'm not sure.
I
if they're
think it
gonna
is
keep that
Brad Moore.
PTI.
So speak to them and see whether they're
Keep that
okay.
On file, just to-
And then,
Connected with this criminal mischief.
well, hold on. I want him to hear about this.
Yes,
Just,
okay.
let's
Judge.
wait
And this is the first setting for him on the,
on the new one.
I think, no, just kidding, it's the second,
Oh, you're right. No,
but I don't think he showed up for the other one.
well, no, it's the first one, the probable cause docket with the magistrate.
That was, so it's the first time he's here, Judge, so you may want to arraign him.
Said,
Good morning, Judge.
how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing great. So you were on bond for an assault case, and now you've picked up a new case. You've picked up a criminal mischief. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. So Mr. Sims was appointed to represent you on the assault. He's now also going to represent you on the criminal mischief. I have no idea what happened. So we're going to do probable cause real quick because I want to see what happened, and then we'll go from there. Okay?
Yes,
Please.
Judge. On December 12th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to an apartment complex regarding a disturbance. Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, the property manager, who stated she was working inside the leasing office when she received a call from a resident stating there was a man breaking windows inside the apartment complex. The complainant stated she left immediately and saw the defendant walk up to a unit and smash the front window with a closed fist and elbow. The complainant stated the defendant then walked into his apartment, a next door unit, and the complainant stated she recognized the defendant and has had multiple issues with him in the past. The complainant stated both the front windows of the two next door units were destroyed and each window would cost $1,000 to fix, so a total of $2,000.
So I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. You know, we gave you a PR bond. All we asked you to do is not get in trouble, and now you've picked up a new case.
Sir, I have an illness. I kind of had my house got broken into.
But I don't want to talk about the case because we've got a bunch of DAs here, and then whatever you say, they can use against you. But what we can do now is I don't know how to go forward with this. You know, all I know is that we've asked you not to pick up a new case, and you picked up a new case. And all I want, Mr. Said, is I want my county safe. That's it. And I don't know how to go forward. So perhaps we get a TRAS done to see how we go forward. In the interim, let's see what state says about, you know, your lawyer had worked out a great offer for you on the first case where it was going to be a mental health diversion program where if you get a little help, they were going to dismiss the case. I don't know how we're going to go forward now because of this new case. We need a little bit of time to figure out how we're going to go forward though. So I know you want to get out, but
I'm gonna get help.
I don't know how comfortable I feel giving you another PR bond. We gave you one and here we are again. If I give you another one, what's going to happen? It's a rhetorical question. I don't want you to answer, but that's what I'm thinking now. If I give you another PR bond, what's going to happen? Who do you have here in your life that's here to help you?
My father, mother, sister. husband.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is this, is that I'd like to get in, perhaps Mr. Sims can get in touch with your family to see how best we also go forward. You know, I don't know who you're living with. I don't know whether they're able to, you know,
You have your own apartment, correct? He lives by himself in his own apartment.
yeah, I still would like to reach out to your family to see how we go forward. The other thing is this, is that normally when we have cases like this, I forbid you from going back to the apartment complex.
That's what I was gonna put you on, Judge. I will need to speak to the leasing officer. I don't know if they will still want him. I don't know if they're planning to evict him because the two units that he caused damage to were in the apartment complex that he lives in. So I don't know how.
And I'll tell you, I don't know.
Do you want me to step out and? check?
No. I mean, because nothing's gonna happen right now anyway. So I guess reach out to them, see what their feelings are on the matter. Now, we're not gonna take a long time to do this, Mr. Said, but I don't know how to go forward and we need to figure it out the best way for you so that we don't want this to happen again. And we don't want something even more catastrophic to happen. So I'm gonna ask Mr. Sims to reach out to your family. We'll also see about getting you with a TRAS to see how we also go forward with this as well. And then with the state to see if they're still okay with the mental health PTI, okay? So basically what I'm trying to tell you is that it's gonna take a couple days to get this done. Okay.
Don't think I have a lot of health problems. One of them,
I'll let you talk with Mr. Sims and he can tell you, he can tell me what and how to go forward, okay? But I don't want you to say anything now because like I said, I don't want you to get in further trouble, okay? I wanted to bring you out to let you know the roadmap and how we're gonna go forward, okay?
Thank
All
you,
right,
Judge.
thank you.